Have you noticed something heartbreaking lately? Maybe your grandchildren don't cuddle up to you like they used to. Perhaps you felt a subtle distance when you lean in to hug someone you love. It's one of those deeply personal things nobody wants to talk about, but the silence makes it hurt even more. Here's what makes this particularly devastating. You might be showering every single day, maybe even twice. You're using the best soaps money can buy. You're applying deodorant religiously, yet there's still this persistent odor that simply won't go away. And the worst part, you're starting to believe it's your fault. But what if I told you that you've been fighting the wrong battle this entire time? What if the problem isn't how often you wash, but where you're washing? There's a specific area on your body that medical science has identified as the true source of age-related body odor. And here's the shocking part. 99% of people completely ignore this zone during their daily shower routine. Today, I'm going to share something that could transform your relationships and restore your confidence. This isn't about buying expensive products or spending hours in the bathroom. This is about understanding what's really happening to your body and making one simple change that addresses the root cause. Let me share something that breaks my heart. I recently spoke with a woman in her early 70s. Let's call her Margaret. She came to me with tears streaming down her face. And what she told me still haunts me. Margaret described how her youngest granddaughter, who used to climb into her lap without hesitation, now pauses before giving her a hug. One afternoon, Margaret overheard her granddaughter whisper to her mother in the next room, asking why Grandma smelled different. Can you imagine how that felt? Margaret is one of the cleanest people you'd ever meet. She showers meticulously every morning. She uses premium bath products. She applies perfume carefully. But despite all these efforts, there's this persistent, slightly musty odor that lingers. It's not overwhelming, but it's noticeable, and it's changing how people interact with her. Margaret told me she started avoiding family gatherings. She sits a little farther away from people at church. She's even stopped going to her book club because the anxiety of wondering whether others can smell her has become unbearable. This vibrant, loving woman is slowly withdrawing from the world, all because of something she doesn't understand and can't seem to fix. Here's what makes this tragedy even worse. Margaret's story isn't unique. Millions of older adults are living with this same silent suffering. They're spending money on countless products, trying every deodorant and body wash on the market. They're scrubbing themselves until their skin turns red. And still, the problem persists. The emotional toll is devastating. It erodes self-esteem, damages relationships, and creates barriers between you and the people you love most. But today, I want you to understand something crucial. This isn't happening because you're doing something wrong. You're not failing at hygiene. You're not being careless or neglectful. What you're experiencing is a completely natural biological process that has nothing to do with how clean you are. For decades, society has perpetuated a cruel and completely false myth. We've been told that body odor in older adults is a sign of poor hygiene, that seniors aren't bathing properly or frequently enough. This belief has caused immeasurable pain and shame. It's placed blame on people who are already doing everything right. Think about the psychological damage this creates. When you shower thoroughly but the odor remains, what conclusion do you draw? You start thinking something must be wrong with you. You wonder if you're losing your ability to take care of yourself properly. You become hyper-aware of your personal space, constantly analyzing whether that person who stepped back did so because of you. This false belief creates a vicious cycle of shame and isolation. You become afraid to sit close to others. You second-guess every social interaction. That brief hug from your adult child feels shorter than it used to be, and you can't help but wonder why. The anxiety becomes exhausting, robbing you of joy in simple moments that should bring happiness. Many people in this situation start shrinking their social lives. They stop taking the bus because they worry about sitting too close to strangers. They avoid crowded places. They decline invitations to events they used to love. And the saddest part is that they think they're doing everyone a favor by staying away. The impact on family relationships cuts the deepest. Children, with their innocent honesty, might make comments that pierce your heart. Adult children, trying not to hurt your feelings, might say nothing at all, but their body language tells a different story, a slightly shorter embrace, a small step backward during conversation. You notice these things, you feel them, and they make you wonder if you're becoming a burden to the people you love most. I need you to understand something right now. All that effort you've been putting in, all those showers and all those products, they're not working. But not because you're doing it wrong. They're not working because you've been targeting the wrong problem with the wrong tools. It's like trying to put out a grease fire with water. Not only doesn't it work, but it can actually make things worse. You've been cleaning the surface when the real issue is a chemical process happening much deeper, and most regular soaps can't touch it. Today, we're going to expose this myth for what it is. We're going to stop blaming hygiene and start understanding the actual science behind this problem, because only when you understand the real cause can you find a genuine solution. Let me introduce you to the real culprit. Its name is 2-noni-nal. I know that sounds technical, but stay with me because understanding this changes everything. Think about what happens when you cut an apple and leave it on the counter. Within minutes, it starts turning brown. That's oxidation at work. The oxygen in the air reacts with compounds in the apple, changing its color, texture, and even its smell. Something remarkably similar happens to your skin as you age. Your skin has a protective layer of natural oils called lipids. Among these oils are omega-7 fatty acids. When you're younger, your body has powerful antioxidant defenses that protect these fatty acids from oxidation. It's like that apple having an invisible shield preventing it from browning. But starting around age 40, two significant changes begin occurring. First, hormonal shifts alter the composition of the oils in your skin. Second, and this is critical, your body's natural antioxidant capacity starts declining. That protective shield weakens. The result is that those fatty acids in your skin become vulnerable to oxidation when exposed to air. This oxidation process creates chemical byproducts. The primary one, the compound that scientists have identified as the main culprit, is a molecule called 2-non-enol. This molecule has a very distinctive odor that researchers describe as a combination of grassy notes, aged paper, and a slightly greasy quality. It's different from sweat odor. It has nothing to do with underarm bacteria. That's why regular deodorants and antiperspirants don't work against it. They're designed to fight bacteria, not neutralize a molecule born from oxidation. Now, here's the crucial part that explains why your showers haven't been working. 2-non-enol is lipophilic. That means it loves fat. It dissolves in fat and sticks to it. It does not dissolve in water. Imagine getting motor oil on your hands. Can you rinse it off with water alone? No, the water just runs right over it. You need soap that can grab onto that oil and wash it away. The same principle applies to 2-nonenal. Because it bonds with the fatty layer of your skin, it becomes trapped there. When you take a regular shower with ordinary soap, you're washing away surface dirt and sweat. But you're not removing this sticky molecule. It clings to your skin's oil layer. And here's what makes this even more frustrating. Because 2-nonenal adheres so well to oils and fats, it easily transfers to fabric. It gets into your pajamas, your bed sheets, your favorite chair, and all your clothing. That's why sometimes the odor seems to linger in a room even when nobody's there. You're not imagining it. It's the chemistry of 2-nonenal at work. This entire process is 100% natural. It has absolutely nothing to do with being clean or dirty. It's simply another consequence of aging, just like gray hair or wrinkles. Understanding this is the first step toward freeing yourself from guilt and shame. You haven't done anything wrong. Here's another important fact. As we age, our sense of smell typically decreases. This means you probably can't detect this odor as strongly as younger people can, like your children or grandchildren. This creates a painful situation where you might not notice anything while others definitely do. It's not that you're becoming insensitive, it's just another normal biological change. So let me summarize what we've learned. The odor isn't caused by poor hygiene. It's caused by a molecule called 2-known-enal. This molecule forms through natural oxidation of skin oils, a process that increases with age because it doesn't dissolve in water. Regular showers don't eliminate it. Understanding this opens the door to a real solution. If the problem is a fatty molecule trapped in your skin, the question isn't how do I wash more, but how do I wash strategically to eliminate it? And that brings us to the big revelation. There's a specific zone on your body where 2-known-enal accumulates far more than anywhere else. Now that we understand our enemy is 2-known-enal, and that its fatty nature makes it so stubborn, it's time for the big reveal. For years, we've focused on the obvious areas of body odor, underarms, feet, groin. Yes, you should wash those areas. But 2-known-enal has its favorite hiding spots. Think about this for a moment. Where do you have the highest concentration of sebaceous glands, those tiny factories that produce skin oil? Many people would guess the face, and that's partially correct. But one area with an extremely high density of these glands, an area that's also difficult to reach and often neglected during showering, is your upper back and the nape of your neck. Yes, you heard that correctly. The zone running from the base of your skull down between your shoulder blades to the middle of your back is ground zero for 2-known-enal production and accumulation. Let me explain why this area is so problematic. First, it has abundant sebaceous glands. This is a naturally oily zone. More oil means more raw material for oxidation to create 2-known-enal. It's the perfect breeding ground. Second, it's difficult to reach. Be honest. When you're in the shower, how thoroughly do you scrub your upper back? Most people run soap across their shoulders and let the suds run down. Actually reaching between your shoulder blades with your hands is challenging. If you don't use a long-handled brush, cleaning this area properly is nearly impossible. If you have any shoulder stiffness, which is common as we age, the task becomes even harder. Third, there's silent accumulation. Unlike underarms, where sweat odor is strong and immediate, the buildup on your back is slow and stealthy. Day after day, 2-known-enal accumulates in that oil layer that never gets fully cleaned, creating a reservoir of odor. Fourth, there's constant contact. Think about how you sleep. Your neck and back are pressed against your pillow and sheets for hours every night. This not only transfers 2-known-enal to your bedding, explaining that lingering bedroom odor, but also creates a warm environment that encourages more oxidation. The same thing happens with the back of your couch or the shirts you wear. Now, while the back and neck are the primary hot spots, they're not the only areas. 2-known-enal can accumulate wherever you have sebaceous glands and skin folds. Other secondary zones deserve your attention. Behind your ears is a classic forgotten spot. It's a small fold where oil, dead skin cells, and shampoo residue accumulate. It becomes a tiny nest for 2-known-enal production. Your scalp also has many sebaceous glands. If you don't wash it with proper frequency and technique, it can contribute to overall body odor. The chest area, especially in men, can be quite oily and prone to accumulation. Any skin folds, whether under the chest or in abdominal creases, anywhere skin touches skin with poor ventilation, becomes an ideal candidate for this molecule's formation. Do you see the picture now? You've been fighting on the wrong front. While you focused on your underarms, 2-known-enal was camping comfortably on your back and neck, growing stronger with every superficial shower. Knowing where the problem hides changes everything. Now, it's not about bathing more frequently, it's about bathing more strategically. It's about directing your attention to the areas that truly matter. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. I'm going to give you a step-by-step protocol, a simple but revolutionary routine designed to declare war on 2-known-enal. The time for action has arrived. Forget expensive products and empty promises. The solution I'm about to share is based on pure science and logic. If 2-nonenal is a fatty molecule, we need a strategy to dissolve it. If it hides where we can't easily reach, we need tools to access those areas. This isn't just advice to wash better, this is a protocol, a system that will change how your skin feels and smells if you follow it. There are 5 simple but powerful steps. Step 1 involves getting the right tools. Before you turn on the water, make sure you have your arsenal ready. Let's start with soap. Here's where most people make their first mistake. Heavily perfumed shower gels or antibacterial soaps aren't designed for this problem. We need something that fights oxidation and helps break down fat. You have several excellent options. Soap containing persimmon extract or kaki fruit is the star choice. This is widely used in Japan specifically for this issue. Persimmon is rich in tannins, powerful antioxidants that have proven highly effective at neutralizing 2-nonenal. Look for soaps that list this as a main ingredient. Citrus-based soaps are a fantastic alternative. Soaps with essential oils from lemon, orange, or grapefruit help cut through grease and are packed with antioxidants like vitamin C. Green tea soap works similarly. Green tea is famous for its antioxidants. A soap containing it will help combat oxidation on your skin. If you have sensitive skin, a gentle glycerin soap or one with aloe vera is perfect. The important thing is that it doesn't dry out your skin. Now for your cleaning instrument, your hands alone won't reach the secret zone. You need help. A long-handled bath brush is your primary weapon. Look for one with natural bristles of medium firmness. They shouldn't scratch, but they should be firm enough to gently exfoliate and lift that layer of oil and dead cells. For your chest and behind your ears, use an exfoliating loofah or textured washcloth. A natural loofah sponge or a small textured towel works wonderfully. Step 2 is adjusting your water temperature. This point is crucial. We love very hot water, but for your skin and for this problem, it's a mistake. Scalding water strips away the protective fat barrier of your skin. How does your body respond? By producing even more oil to compensate. In the long run, this gives you more fuel to generate 2-nonenal. The ideal temperature is warm, comfortable and pleasant, but not hot enough to turn your skin red. Step 3 is the focused cleaning technique. This is the heart of the protocol. It's not about spending more time in the shower, it's about focusing your effort correctly. Start normally. Begin your shower as you usually do, wetting your entire body. Then launch your attack on the secret zone. Grab your long-handled brush, wet it, and apply a generous amount of your special soap, whether persimmon, citrus, or green tea. Now, concentrate. Start at the nape of your neck and scrub with circular motions. Gentle but firm. Slowly work down your back, thoroughly covering the area between your shoulder blades. Take your time, spend at least 1 to 2 minutes on just this zone. Imagine you're gently polishing your skin, lifting away that invisible layer. For secondary zones, after your back, use the brush on your chest. Then grab your sponge or cloth, add more soap, and thoroughly clean behind each ear. Massage your scalp with your fingertips, not your nails. Don't forget skin folds anywhere skin meets skin with limited air circulation. Finish washing the rest of your body as usual. Step 4 is meticulous rinsing and drying. A good wash means nothing if you leave soap residue. Rinse very thoroughly with warm water, making sure nothing remains, especially on your back and in folds. Drying is equally important. Use a clean, dry towel. Don't just pat yourself lightly. Dry thoroughly, paying special attention to your back, behind your ears, and all skin folds. Moisture is the enemy. Step 5 is intelligent moisturizing. After cleaning, you need to hydrate so your skin doesn't become dry and produce excess oil in response, but we can do this smartly. Choose a lightweight body lotion containing antioxidants. Look for ingredients like vitamin E or vitamin C. By applying a lotion with antioxidants, you're reinforcing your skin's defenses against oxidation throughout the day. It's like putting up that invisible shield we talked about. Apply it all over your body, but make sure to cover your back and chest well. For frequency, Do this deep cleaning protocol at least 3 to 4 times per week. On other days, shower as you normally would. Listen to your skin. If it feels irritated, reduce exfoliation to twice weekly. This protocol isn't complicated, it's strategic, it's replacing brute force with intelligence. By following these steps, you're not just cleaning your skin, you're breaking the cycle of 2-non-enol production. You're attacking the cause, not just masking the effect. And the results, I assure you, will be a breath of fresh air for your skin and your confidence. Implementing the cleaning protocol is the biggest and most effective step you can take. But if we want to ensure lasting victory, we can reinforce the strategy with some simple habits. Think of the shower as your main attack and these as your defensive walls. First, address your clothing and bedding. As we saw, 2-non-enol sticks to fabric. There's no point leaving the shower impeccably clean if you dry yourself with an impregnated towel or put on pajamas that already smell. Wash towels, sheets, and pajamas more frequently. Towels every 2 to 3 uses. Bedding once weekly. Underwear that contacts skin directly after each use. Add 1 cup of white cleaning vinegar to the rinse cycle of your washing machine. Vinegar is an incredible natural deodorizer. Don't worry, the vinegar smell disappears completely when clothes dry. For clothing with stronger odors, add half a cup of baking soda along with detergent at the start of the wash. It helps remove odors and softens fabrics. Whenever possible, dry clothes and sheets in the sun. Ultraviolet light is an extremely powerful natural disinfectant and deodorizer. Second, fight from within with an antioxidant diet. If the problem is oxidation, the solution is antioxidants, and eating them is even more powerful than applying them topically. A diet rich in antioxidants strengthens your defenses from inside. Eat a rainbow of colorful fruits and vegetables. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are loaded with antioxidants. Leafy greens like spinach, chard, and kale. Orange and yellow foods like carrots, squash, mangoes, and of course oranges and lemons full of vitamin C. Incorporate healthy fats and green tea. Include nuts, seeds, and extra virgin olive oil. Drinking 1 to 2 cups of green tea daily is also a fantastic way to add antioxidants. Limit what causes oxidation. At the same time, try reducing foods that promote inflammation and oxidation. Ultra-processed foods, industrial baked goods, fried foods, excess sugar, and processed meats. Third, stay hydrated. Drinking sufficient water is key for skin health and helping your body eliminate toxins. Well-hydrated skin functions better. Try to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water daily unless your doctor has advised otherwise. Fourth, ventilate your home. Make ventilation a daily habit. Open your windows every day for 10 to 15 minutes, even in winter. Allowing fresh air to circulate helps disperse odor molecules that may have accumulated in the environment. Fifth, manage stress. You might be surprised, but chronic stress affects your body chemistry. It elevates cortisol, a hormone that can alter your skin's balance and increase oxidation. Practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or simply walking in nature has positive effects on both your mind and your skin. These habits aren't miracle cures by themselves, but they multiply the effect of your new bathing routine. Each one adds an extra layer of protection, creating a hostile environment for 2-non-enol. With this 360-degree approach, you're not just controlling an odor, you're cultivating overall wellness that will make you feel fresher, healthier, and more in control. Today we've taken an important journey together. We started with a painful story of shame and isolation that perhaps sounded familiar to you. We demolished the cruel myth that body odor in older adults is caused by poor hygiene. I hope I've freed you from that heavy burden. We discovered the real culprit to known enal and why it's so persistent. We revealed the secret zone, the back, neck, and behind the ears, that crucial area almost everyone ignores. And most importantly, I've given you a clear, practical, science-based solution. A step-by-step strategy that returns control to you, not through magic, but through knowledge. My final message is this. Aging is a natural and beautiful part of life. It doesn't have to be a process of loss, and certainly not a loss of confidence or dignity. Don't let a simple biochemical process steal the joy of hugging your grandchildren, laughing with your friends, or feeling comfortable in your own skin. You have the control. The solution is literally in your hands. You no longer have to feel ashamed or powerless. You have science on your side and an action plan. If this information has seemed valuable to you, if you believe it can change your life or someone else's, please consider sharing this knowledge. Think about that one person, a friend, a family member, someone for whom this information could lift that same silent burden. A simple gesture can change someone's life, restore their confidence, and help them reconnect. Thank you for your time and your trust. Remember, it's not about